Hello and welcome everybody to the Dragon Cave here today at DragonTaleTarot. Welcome. My name is Ariel. It's wonderful to see you guys here. And I'm just going to give everybody a moment to get filed into the live chat. It is July 20th, 2020. So there's got to be something pretty cool about that. We got 2222 and a 7. So interesting numerology for the day. Actually, that would add up, I think, to a 13, wouldn't it? Or no? No, no, no. Let's think. We'll get somebody that knows math better than me. We'll figure out the total numerology of the day. But today is the new moon in Cancer, guys. So it's interesting that our new moons have been in a little bit of a lag. Usually we get our new moons at the same time, or right at the same time as the sun moves into the next sign. So we're actually getting ready, in a couple days, just about to go into this time of Leo. We are in the last couple degrees here of the Cancer sun. And so, that's really giving us this wrap up to this nurturing, warm, loving energy of Cancer. Cancer is our nurture, it's our home, hearth, family, origins. It's the origins of our soul. Cancer is actually a very deep sign. A lot of people don't have. I've got my moonstone on. I've got more moonstone around because moonstone is a beautiful stone to use if you are a Cancer. You're trying to work with the Cancerian energy. Cancer is the fourth sign of the zodiac, and it is very magical. A lot of Cancers are artistic, creative, and so that is the energy we're wrapping up. And it's like that creative energy of Cancer really doesn't end with the time of Cancer coming to a close, because Leo is also a very, very creative one. Very creative energy. Oh, hi, Dustin. Hey, Colin. Hey, Jacqueline. Oh, I'm so glad to see you guys in here. That's wonderful. Um, so anyway, yeah, I'm talking about Cancer because we're coming to the last couple degrees of the Cancer sun sign. So we're going to go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and get into the chart here a little bit with you guys. That is the energy for the day. So today, here we are. We have the sun and the moon conjunct. And a conjunction, guys, that happens when two or more planets are 10 degrees or less apart. And they don't have to be in the same sign to be in a conjunction. You can have, planets, as long as they're 10 degrees or less apart, even if they're in a different sign, they can be in a conjunction just like that. Oh, hey, Alana. Good to see you. Yay! Love to see the dragon family coming on in. So, yeah, so that's where we are today. The sun and the moon, look at that, 28 and 28 degrees right on top of each other. Isn't that incredible? And so that's actually when our new moon will be at its perfect apex, is at 1:33 p.m. So in just like about 2 hours, give or take, that's when we will be at that perfect conjunction. And so, what does it mean when the moon is new? Well, that means that we are entering a 2 week cycle of brand new prosperity, abundance, forward movement. We're wrapping up the energies of the waning moon, which is when things are being released and let go of. It's harder to get our energy and our momentum built up during a waning moon. But when it goes into the new moon, that means it's starting its waxing phase again. And so this next 2 weeks, yes, exactly, Jacqueline, it is manifestation time. So this is a wonderful time to start something, especially with a Cancer new moon, because that's a very fertile sign. It's a great time to think about, even especially like what kind of business, what could I work out from home? Because Cancer is all about the home. It's about our home roots. It's where we live. It's where we start from. It's our childhood. It's our origins of our soul. We also do have Mercury. Check him out right over here. And he's in the sign of Cancer as well. So we're today and the next few days, we have all three of these in the sign of Cancer. Just for about 2 more days, though, guys, because then we are celebrating and entering the entrance of the sun into Leo right after that. And there we've got Venus in Gemini. We've got Uranus down here in Taurus. We've got Mars in Aries, Neptune in Pisces, and look down here with this big mess right here. Oh my goodness. So here's up all of our Capricorn energies. Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn are piled up in Capricorn. All of them are retrograde. Check out the little RX, which is kind of funny because, our medical prescriptions are an RX. So isn't that interesting? When we're retrograde, it is like taking our medicine, isn't it, guys? Yeah, doom and gloom. That's you and me, Jacqueline. Capricorn and Scorpio. So then we have these bouncing can't talk. We have these bouncing across from each other this couple days. And so if any of you starting to feel the moody blues a little bit, there's nothing strange or unusual about that at all. So yes, because anytime that Saturn and the moon are in any sort of interaction with each other, yeah, we really feel it. And guys, let me tell you, my moon sign and sun sign are in a conjunction on Capricorn. I was born with 29 degree sun, Capricorn sun, and then 28-degree Capricorn moon. So today, this moon sign is directly in opposition to my moon sign. Woo, that's gotta mean something. And so I am feeling all of this. All of this is sitting on top of my sun and moon in transit. It's pretty wild. And I'll tell you, it is very true that when Saturn is in connection with that moon sign, yes, you will fight depression. You will fight those mood swings. Swinging up and down. It is, it can be really tough. It can be really fun, let me tell you. So that is our astrology for the day. It's pretty wild. We do have those big oppositions coming up at the same time that we have it. Yes! Colin, you know. It's, and you're a Cancer, so you know how that feels. It's like, oh, it's intense. It's intense. And, it's like, it's really moderating and understanding the moods because Saturnine energy is very much about the way the world judges you, right? And the way that the public sphere judges you. And your moon sign is like your soft, squishy interior where, you kind of feel comes along and puts that big, harsh magnifying glass on you. It's like, hey, don't look at me so deep. And it can feel really tough because it's sort of like the moon is just, you're judging yourself by your own standards, which is much better. And, but that Saturnine energy can really make you feel like you're judging yourself against the accomplishments of others. And that's just, we don't want to go into that energy. So instead of letting it go into that place, the best place that I would say, and the best way to use some of this energy that's very challenging, is to take those harder lessons of Saturn and Capricorn and help them to strengthen you. Pay attention to your own ambitions, your own achievements, your own goals. Don't, what's that saying about, with social media, sometimes it can be very negative that way because you're judging your own everyday reality against somebody else's highlight reel, right? It's like you're seeing all the great things that this person is doing, but they're not posting all the things about, all this awful stuff happened to me too. They're not saying that, right? So you don't understand. It's like everybody has struggles, everybody has difficulties. So guys, this is definitely an interesting new moon. I'm hoping, as always, I do love new moon cycles, partly because I was born in a new moon, but I do always feel a good upswing of energy. Things feel a lot better. I know. Oh, Colin, me too, because I'm a Capricorn. Cancers and Capricorns have a lot in common. We're both cardinal signs, and we tend to sort of judge ourselves by what's around us. And I know you and I are both musicians too, and that's just part of that world where you're constantly feeling that competition and that, like, I gotta do this and I gotta do that. Oh yeah. So, guys, that's a big thing for whatever your career, whatever your life path, whatever your higher purpose is. That's being very highlighted by Saturn in its last degrees of Capricorn. And it's a really important thing to recognize that part of what we're experiencing is these energies. And they are there to teach us something if we just pay attention to it. They don't have to run roughshod all over us and just make us feel crappy. that's really not what they're trying to do. And they're not really trying to make us feel crappy. It just feels crappy because those energies are tough on our little mortal psyches. They really are. So just hang in there with it, because ultimately what these connections and what these conjunctions are doing is really strengthening us up from the within. That is what Capricorn energy is always about. And it is connected to Pluto right now, which is the Scorpio planet, which is all about complete transformation, rebirth, death cycles. We've all gone through these. I mean, these are not anything. This year has been particularly tough, but I wouldn't say it just started this year. Oh no, no. Anybody that has either been sensitive, somewhat intuitive, psychic, aware, whatever you want to call it, has had the little twinkle, you know something's been up for a while, and it has. And it's a lot to get into, you know, in one discussion for sure. But I've been doing astrology and teaching it and doing readings for about 20 years. So I've just seen a lot of cycles, and I'm like, oh man, everybody else is surprised, but astrologers have been like, this is coming. We've been saying it for years. We're like, you just wait till we get to some of this stuff. And now they're like, what about all this stuff? I'm like, yeah, now you want to know about it, don't you? Oh my gosh, guys. So yes, but because we do have the influence of Jupiter, that's the good guy, right? That's our little Sagittarian friend right down there, right? So, you know, it's like there's Pluto, there's Saturn. Yes, doom and gloom. That's my joke for them, right? It's a joke. Uh, partly, but Jupiter is in the mix here, guys. And that is the great benefactor. That is the great positive signifier in the chart. So the fact that those are there does give me always a good feeling, because even though these lessons are harsh, they're strong, they're meant to create us. We're ripping up old paradigms, old traditions, old negative routines. Partly, yes, the patriarchy, right? It is part of that. We are, you know, dismantling old structures. Anytime Pluto is in Capricorn, if you go back in history, it is amazing how much that is in alignment with what we're experiencing right now. Oh, I know, poor Saturn. Saturn gets such a bad rap. I can't get out from under the guy because I am a Capricorn. So Saturn has been riding my back, my goat back, since, you know, I was born. So I gotta make friends with Saturn. I gotta make friends with Saturn because I ain't getting away from him. Great gemstones, by the way, if you're a Capricorn or know someone who is, or just wants to help, you know, get through some of that heavy Saturn or Pluto energy, I'd recommend the black tourmaline right here and the black obsidian. I keep these nearby all the time. These are great for absorbing negativity, protection, all of that good stuff. Plus, they just look kind of badass. Because, you know, Capricorns and Scorpios, we know how to rock. We have no other choice. We have no other choice. We gotta rock it out. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Exactly, Alanis. And the wonderful thing about these stones that Capricorn really likes, they're not expensive. They're cheap, but not cheap, right? They're inexpensive, but not trashy. They're great. They're perfect. Get yourself some tourmaline. The other wonderful one, that's sort of on the bright side of it, is the selenite. This is a great clearing stone. You can tap your cards to clear them. I often put a chunk of tourmaline and selenite by each door. It's a great way to clear people's energy as they come in to the room. So yeah, it's all about it. I am a crystal person. That doesn't work for everyone, not everybody. you know, gets the vibe of crystals and stones, but I definitely do. Being a big time earth sign, oh yes. Oh, Colin, that's so nice. Thank you. And I hope you're feeling okay. You've been working hard. I know. Oh, that's rough because we're in summer sun time. Oh, Cancer brings in the beginning of that summer. And you know, the next Celtic holiday that we're getting ready to go into, August 1st, is Lunasa. I love that. That's the midsummer holiday, the midsummer on the Celtic wheel. And Lunasa is named for Lu, who was a huge, important deity in Celtic legend and lore. So I'm hoping to do a live stream at least again by probably a little sooner than that, but I'm planning to do one on August 1st because that is Lunasa and it's a special Celtic midsummer observance. So, yes. Let's go ahead and get into some stuff, guys. As always, these are general reads. They are not going to resonate with every single person out there, so do take what makes sense, leave the rest behind. Don't get mad if it's not your story. It's just not your story this time if it's not. There's a lot of readers that I love that are awesome. They don't always nail me with general readings. It's just the way it goes. So in general, you know, these are meant to resonate with Sun, Moon, Venus, and risings for each sign. So do check your chart if you have not yet done so, because you can always get more info out of it. And let's see what else. Yes, if you want a personal reading with me, I am available on all of my readings on my channel. I put all of my info about, you know, my text number, my email. You can contact me if you want to set up a session. If you're interested in any of the card decks that I use, I will post the links to all of those that I use in this readings. I'm going to do one for each 12, for each of all 12 signs. So each of you will get your session. And also, if you want to make a donation to the channel, you can directly do that. I will post a PayPal link, and I do have that up as well on my description and on all of my readings that I post to YouTube. That link is there. I actually just applied to start the monetization process. I kind of don't want to do that, and at the same time, it's the only way that I can set up for super chats on my lives. So I'm just going to go ahead and start the process. Oh, I don't know. It feels a little cheesy to run out, but goat's got to do what a goat's got to do. We got to make the money. we got to get the horns. I'm a Capricorn dragon, so I'm very horny. I should probably not say that. They'll probably be like, we can't put that on YouTube. Yeah, I got in trouble for saying that. But yeah, Capricorn dragon, there's lots of horns. We both got horns. We can't help it. So it's the way it is. Fire breathing goat. Yeah, I know. Gotta do super chat. Even though PayPal is technically better because it doesn't take as much of a percentage out of what I make. But, you know, it's what it is. So, with all that business chat out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. Yes, so I'm going to start as always a couple. We're always horny. Yeah, Scorpio. I know that. Watch out when that stinger goes up. It's like, oh, that's my whole problem. I have Scorpio midheaven. That's what gets me in trouble, right? Always, always. But you know, that is the thing about Capricorn that is very true, that we are it's similar in some ways to Scorpio. We're very reserved, like publicly we seem very almost, you know, we're just conservative. And then, but once we're really unlocked, oh, we are frisky. We are. Goats and scorpions, we're very frisky folks. Very passionate. Once our heart is committed, oh yeah. Very passionate people, and I think that's a big reason why I like the Scorpios so much, because I love passionate people. I love people that, you know, just are really into what they love. That is just true. Yeah, help the one that unlocks us. Scorpio is a strong cup of tea, guys. I can attest to that. Woo! And you know, they're either like they're really, really good or they're really, really bad. And sometimes they're really good at being really bad. Oh my goodness, Mae West. And that she had all those funny lines, but she remember that one when she says, "Well, when I'm good, I'm very good, but when I'm bad, I'm better." So, on that note, let us get started. I have got the fork for the sun and the moon. Here, those, ooh, and the sun is just shining off that fork. It's making it look much fancier than it looks in person. Holy cow. These have kind of a matte finish, but it's making it all shiny. So, the blessing of the sun, the blessing of the moon, from Leo and from Cancer as we sit at this midpoint in time. Beautiful energy. So let's tune in. Let's turn our intuitions on. Let's get ready to pull some cards and have a good old time here. This is so great. I don't know if people can hear how great that vibe is. So nice. Hey, Natrina, good to see you. We're just tuning in with some tuning forks right now with the sun and the moon. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it. And for the dragon, too. Yeah, Mr. Dragon needs a little of that. Alright, guys, so let's spray a little sage all around for all of us. Yes, yes. I know we're going to be burning some things. I know. With Jacqueline here, we're going to definitely be burning some things. Now, if Amber shows up, we know we're in trouble with Amber. She, I don't know if she really plays the drums, but I know she likes to hit things. Right? She likes to start fires. If she shows up to watch this later, just shout out to you, my dear Scorpio girl. All right, now we're going to just go in line. We're just going to go in order this time. So I'm just going to go Aries all the way through Pisces. We're going to start with our Rams, see what's going on with them. They're kind of caught in the crosshairs these days, these Rams, I'm telling you, because they got that energy, guys. They have got it. They have got it because they're caught right in between. See this? See where Aries is? And see the rock in the hard place that they're... Yeah. It's been interesting being an Aries the last 30 days. If there's any Aries that show up to watch us, they're like, I can feel it. So let's get a keyword for Aries. Let's see, what's this new moon bringing in? What are we working on this next couple weeks? Ram, ram, ram. Let's see what we got. I used to work with an Aries. She was great. She was awesome. I used to call her the little ram. She was just fabulous. Self-discipline, Aries. Ooh, yes. That's what it's about this next couple weeks. So don't go too overboard. And I'm going to tell you that it's not just this next 2 weeks. I am going to say that I would even be a little careful all the way up until the beginning of the new year. Because January 7th, Mars is going to be in your sign until January 7th, 2021. And the reason I say to be careful with that is because Mars will be doing a whole lot of square aspects and challenging aspects to Saturn and Pluto. And when you have Mars in a challenging aspect to especially Saturn or Pluto, the potential for accident, disaster, personal injury, violent encounters, I don't like to scare people, but it does go up. It does go up. So Aries, I would just really literally watch yourself. Be careful. Self-discipline is vital. Don't pick fights with people who are going to beat you up or do something bad to you. I know, Aries, it feels great in the moment because you're fiery and feisty, and it's great to just get it out. Um, but hold yourself back. Hold yourself back, and just remember that it's better to walk away without any injuries. Okay, okay, okay. So let's get some tarot for my Rams, my beauteous Rams. Oh my goodness. Let's see what we got. Yes. Yes. Okay, so right in the center, because yeah, you're feeling a little feisty, a little bit fierce. You're just like, I'm gonna stand up here on my mountain and I'm gonna tell everyone off because I know I got the moral high ground. 7 of Wands. Everybody's ready to, yeah. It's like, you're feeling that. You're feeling that fire there. It's very, very strong right now. Anybody that tries to step to you right now, tries to start an argument with you, especially if it's something that you've gone over with them before, you're like, look, I know I'm right about this. I'm not going to get off my mountain for you. I'm going to stay up here. But pick your fights wisely. I always say that with 7 of Wands. Pick your battles wisely. Don't get into something that's just going to be a waste of your time and energy, Aries. Yes, 10 of Pentacles. This is like, keep the eyes on the prize, because this is like, don't have a big hoo-ha over something and ruin your chances of having that beautiful 10 of Pentacles, because that's really what you want. That's the stability. That's the opposite side of what you're working with such that earthy energy. That's the earthy old Capricorn energy right there. That's that Saturn action that we're talking about. The wisdom of the ages, the loyalty, the home and family, everything coming together. So that's why I say, be careful what you pick at, because it may not really be worth it in the long term. That's the thing. It may feel great in the short term to, hit them with that mean left hook, but might not feel so good later. So just saying. Immediate past, yeah, we've got that Tower. So there's definitely been some wham bam crash boom. This is some Mars action. This is your own energy, Aries. So there's definitely been some motion. Definitely not been the easiest time through Cancer season. Doesn't surprise me, because Cancer is, yes, get a punching bag. Yeah, that would be a good way to get that energy out. Take some martial arts classes, Aries. That would be really good for you, because that would give you a way to release some of that grr, but it teaches you something useful, and you also aren't going to walk away with so many injuries. That's right. Just don't challenge somebody to a fight out in the parking lot after the class, Don't do that. But our Tower is the divine, the hand of the divine, looking through and saying, what doesn't work for you anymore? Yeah, or got arrested, right? So King of Pentacles is on top of that. So we got another Pentacles clarifier. I like that, because to me that's really showing that, ultimately, Aries, you're trying to get to a place of stability, or the universe is trying to get you to a place of stability. Truly. It's not about just staying in that argumentative, chaotic, potentially destructive energy. It's kind of using that chaotic and tempestuous energy as a springboard to greater stability, to greater calm, to greater roots and structure, that are going to feel really good for you. And in the immediate future, from this new moon, we've got the 4 of Coins. So to me, you're conscientious about saving, about, not spending too frivolously. This is definitely a card of prudence. It really is. Sometimes you're holding on to something with your heart chakra. Can be that if it relates to love or relationships. But this is a guy who is very wise in general about his money. He doesn't spend it too quickly. He almost, 4 of Coins, it almost borders on stinginess. It almost borders on stinginess. And if you're somebody that has a hard time letting go of things, it can really bring that message of don't hold on too tight, right? It's sort of like holding a bird. It's like, hold it too tight, you'll crush it, it'll wriggle away from you. And if you hold it too loose, it'll fly out, but just hold it gentle. That's the way I feel with that 4 of Coins. Aw, and 6 of Cups. Aw, so Aries, you might be holding on to somebody. Some of y'all might be holding on to something in the heart chakra. because Six of Cups is our nostalgic energy. It really is. That's our Cancer energy too that we've been working through. Because Cancer is all about sentiment, nostalgia, when times were sweet and things were good. This can be reconnecting with an old loved one or an old romance, but it can also be connecting like it shows, with the family, with the memories of home. So that's part of that too. Aww, sweet. And look at the bottom. We've got the Four of Wands. So there could be some stuff going on with. Oh, and look at this Ten of Cups, Aries. This next couple of weeks looks nice. That looks nice. That's like you got your eye on someone. Someone's got your eye on you. Somebody wants to make a home with you, or you want to make a home with somebody. Woo! I like it. So let's get a moon card. Let's get a card from the Moonology deck for Aries for our new moon in Cancer, please, guys. Step out of your comfort zone. So try something new, Aries. Don't do the same old thing. This is the North Node. So this is where Spirit wants to push you. It wants to take you somewhere deeper, somewhere bigger. And to me, it's like if we're bringing up a whole lot of Capricorn energy and your ruling planet's having to do a little Capricorn shuffle dance back and forth, that just means that this is pushing you to a more mature level. It's growing you up in wisdom and in strength and in a really good way. So, liking that. These are nice messages, Aries. Wow. All that earth. Yes, my little fighters. My little warriors. Wow. All right. So let's get into Taurus. Let's see if we got any Taurus people in the house. My Jupiter is in Taurus. And so I definitely feel that. Even though it's not a sun, moon, Venus rising. Yes. I don't want to grow up either. I never did. That's why I still got stuffed dragons on my desk. That's why I never grew up. The dragon, the sign of the dragon in Chinese astrology is associated with Aries. And that's why, even though I can be very patient with all my Capricorn, my dragon's like, let's see what we have got. Oh, hello, Mr. Gabriel. We have a Taurus rising in the house. Love that. And my friend Katrina here, she is a Taurus moon sign. I know that. So we got some good Taurus energy in here. Yeah, if you catch a Scorpio's eye, you'll know it. They'll burn a smoldering hole into you from across the room. You'd be like, all right, Spirit, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Venus, rising, and all other major planets in Taurus. Let's see what we have got for them for this new moon in Cancer, please. Ooh, okay, that one wanted to flip right out. Leadership. So, Taurus, this is about leading. This is a beautiful energy. And to me, as we step, through this next couple weeks, that Cancer energy is going to come through with you. So it's like if you ever feel over this, especially these next few weeks, if you feel like there's something where you need to step up, you need to speak your mind, other people aren't leading, or they're not leading effectively, you're going to start coming through and saying, you know what, it's time for me to embrace my destiny. Taurus, you do make good leaders. You're very strong that way, very focused, very dynamic. I would say Taurus can pretty much be good at anything. They're Venus ruled, so they have that natural creativity. They usually have good singing or speaking voices because they rule the throat. But because they have a strong body, it's like they have the creative ability but also the strength to get a lot of different things done, and they're usually very good at it. So funny, me and my mom, she's got a lot of Taurus in her chart. And Ella Fitzgerald is probably her favorite singer, one of her favorite singers of all time. And so we were talking about that, talking about Ella Fitzgerald and her friendship with Marilyn Monroe, who was a Gemini. And then, of course, we got talking more and more. My mom turned on all the Ella Fitzgerald, and I was like, my mom was like, what was her sign? I'm like, she was a Taurus. It's like that voice. Oh, there cannot be a better voice. Seriously. Like, I sat there listening to it, and I hadn't listened to a lot of her music in a while, and I just, like, had my mouth open. I was like, ah. I was like, how can this be humanly possible to be that good? To be that good of a vocalist? She was incredible. But that's a little Taurus story about a famous Taurus. Look up some Ella Fitzgerald. Listen to her music, Taurus. You will be inspired. I'm telling you. She was freaking incredible. Oh. Ooh, okay. All right, Taurus. So we're here in the middle, right now in the present. Check it out. We got the moon card for the new moon. I like that. You may feel a little bit emotional over this next couple days. You might also feel very emotional as we step into the full moon, and that's going to be on August 3rd. So keep that in mind. And our next full moon is in Aquarius. But the moon card is always a little bit misty, a little bit cloudy, a little bit confusing. You may feel that you're not able to see something completely clearly at this time. So let's get a clarifier on that. You know, the moon energy is also Pisces. You could be dealing with a Pisces or have Pisces in your chart, because that is definitely something that comes up with that moon energy. Taurus. Okay, this kind of thing doesn't happen very often, where we get the same card on top of the same card from two different decks. That's why I like using two different decks. We got the moon on top of the moon. So you are super in this lunar energy. I'm going to take this as you being very super powered, super charged by this particular new moon. It's very important for you. These next couple lunar cycles, I would say that building up to this full moon, very important. Anything that has to do with your intuition, mystical subjects, spiritual energy is all very heightened here. And if you feel any kind of funky energy, like if you feel somebody's not being totally truthful with you, especially this next couple weeks, definitely do a little investigating below the surface, because the whole reason that the moon card is associated with things like deception is because things do not look the same under the light of the moon as they look under the light of the sun, right? So try to see the situation or the person or whatever it is that's confusing you in different lights, in different scenarios and situations, maybe before making a big decision. Going into the immediate past, we have the Empress. So you're coming from a place of strength here. This is your own energy. This is Taurus and Libra, Venus rulership. So this is, to me, it's that mothering energy. It's that very nurturing, very caring, obviously very connected with the earth and all of the animals, all the birds, all the beings, and staying very rooted and very grounded. So you're coming from a place of a lot of strength. The time of Cancer is not bad at all for Taurus. It's actually very positive. Taurus flourishes under that energy of Cancer because it is a sextile aspect between you two. Very, very nice. Yeah, and the Queen of Pentacles on top of that. Woo! Look how beautiful. So, I mean, this to me, you know, Queen of Pentacles is like a minor arcana empress. You know, it's like she's very much, again, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy. And so you're coming from a place of strength, even if you don't know it, Taurus, even if you're feeling like, Ariel, I'm wibbly wobbly all over the place. You know, it's really not true. This is super strong, super rooted. I love her bunny rabbit too, because I have bunny rabbits. But I love that, you know, because that shows the luck. This shows the stability, the abundance, the fertility that she is capable of. She can recreate, right? She can make more of what she has and what she needs. And then going into the future, very interesting shift of energy. There's that King of Swords. There is our Aquarius energy, Gemini, Libra, you know, very air sign. And to me, this is like the master strategist. This is the person that really knows how to get clear-cut information. So very interesting that you're going from a lot of that misty, confused sort of moon energy to the King of Swords, which is like, I'm going to cut right through to the heart of the matter. He's got that falcon, that hawk there. I mean, this is about seeing right through to the heart and the truth of the matter. So I feel like any confusion that you may be experiencing right now, that's going to start clearing away, especially when you use your intuition. Ooh, yeah, I got tingles. I got tingles saying that. So cut through, cut through it, but use your intuition first. And then that mental clarity will start to come to you full circle. Yeah, Four of Cups is on top of this because I think what this clarity is about is kind of getting you out of a stuck place, Taurus. And you may feel a little stuck right now because you don't have all the information or all the clarity that you really want. And right now you feel like life is kind of passing me by. I'm not sure which decision to make. I keep waiting on something or someone to come and fulfill my wishes while I'm working with the cups I have here. I love her shirt in this card that says over it because she's sick of waiting. And you may feel that way. But I don't think you'll be waiting forever. Not with the King of Swords coming through. Ooh, and you got Queen of Wands. This is another very powerful energy. I like that. So this is your power again. Look at that little black cat. There's her magic. There's her magic, right? So this is all about using, your ability. Oh, look at this. On the bottom, we got the Nine of Coins again, guys. Energy is the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress. Yikes. This is like the trifecta of all these earthy, strong people, these earthy, strong feminine energies. Wow. So, Taurus, this next couple weeks, manifestation is key. Don't wait on someone else to give you the keys to the kingdom. You take the leadership role here. That's what that key card is about. This is awesome. All right, so let's get a moon card for you. Let's get a moonology out of here for Taurus, please, Spirit. Whew. I swear, these readings are like amazing. I love doing the lives with you guys. The more I do them, the more I like them. Because it's like, I swear, it's just, I mean, the readings are always powerful to me, even when I'm just recording them on my own. But when I get to hang out with you guys, it's just, so much fun. Yes, full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in the way. And we are coming up to Leo season. And it's so cool because, what's interesting about our new moon energy patterns lately is the moon has been lagging with us a little bit, which happens. It's kind of normal for the moon not to always keep up perfectly. That's why, things that are run like Chinese New Year is a lunar thing. It's a lunar year. And because the moon has, ups and downs, that lunar year doesn't start on the same day every year. The lunar New Year is always on a different day. So when we have those lunar energies, there's a lot more wobble. There's a little more wiggle room. And so what we usually have is when the sun goes into Leo, that the new moon will hit, and it'll also be in Leo. But this time we're getting the new moon in Cancer actually twice in a cycle, which is wild. So it's like doubling up on that Cancer moon energy. And we don't get the new moon in Leo until right before the sun goes to Virgo. So Leo's going to get an extra boost at the end too, which I'll make sure to mention in the Leo read. But yes, full moon in Leo energy. So that new moon in Leo could be very powerful for you. I think that'll be around the 17th for you, Taurus. Wow, very interesting. So to me, with that leadership, like, look at that. So here we go, Taurus. Leadership is a beautiful thing, and we want you to step into that, but don't let the ego side. Don't let pride mar that, right? Don't let it be about your ego. Let it be about healthy self-confidence and self-worth and knowing that you can do it, right? That's what that should be about. Not about like, I'm going to lord it over this guy because he messed with me before. And yeah, don't let it get into that, right? Let it be coming from a place where it's like, I'm going to make good decisions. I'm going to make fair decisions. And maybe that other guy really wasn't any good. Or that other gal wasn't any good. But I'm going to come in here and I'm going to show him how to do it right. And I'm not going to do it in an arrogant way. I'm going to do it in a very down-to-earth way. Taurus, you're very good at being down-to-earth. So you can do it. Yes. All right, guys. So let's clear the energy. Let's get ready for Gemini. Woo! I love my Geminis. All of them, I know not all of them are in here right now in the chat, but I don't care. I love y'all. When you see your reading, will be the right time for you. Can't wait for you to get in here. For people like my friend Eric, my friend Cheryl, got a lot of wonderful Gemini folks out there. All right, so let's see what we've got. Dear angel spirits guides for our Geminis for these new moon in Cancer. Our second new moon in Cancer. Woo. You know, when we get those doubles like that, I feel like let's give it to you one more time. We're like, oh, okay. Jacqueline's got a baby Gemini. Well, she's not really a baby, but she'll always be a baby to you. That's what I say to my bunnies. No matter how old you get, you're always going to be my baby. That's it. Two of my rabbits are Capricorns and one of them is an Aries. And the funny thing is the two Capricorn bunnies that I have are the young ones. And the very old bunny that I have is an Aries. And so it's like he's the young sign, but he's super old. And my little babies that are Capricorns, it's like they're an old sign, but they're super young. It's really funny and cute. Oh, yes, I know that you get to say you get to get away with it. All right, Gemini, my darlings, let's see what we've got for you here. Parenting. Oh, you were putting out the vibe, Jacqueline. You were doing it. I'm telling you. So Gemini, this is about your connection with your kids, if you have them, your connections with your pets, if you have them. And if you don't have either one, this is about a little bit of inner child work going on for yourself. So I know we're of one mind now, Jacqueline, I'm telling you. One day, Jacqueline is a astrologer in training. She's already awesome. She's gonna be great. I'm expecting to see awesome stuff from her in the future. I'm telling you. And one day we're gonna astrologize together, if that's a word. We're gonna do it. I promise. We might do some joint videos. Put them out. Our little doom and gloom session. Yes. So Gemini, to me, this parenting card, you know, that comes out with a 63. So to me, it's a 6, which is relationships, 3, which is building energy. They add up to a 9, which is completion. So, you know, for all of you that are, you know, working with you know, actual children, yay! You know, this is going to be a thing where you really do come into a greater understanding of what's needed for them. You may be stepping it up yourself. You may be saying, I'm going to do even more. I'm going to be even more available. You know, this is something that a lot of people are actually going through as we're having so much upheaval to the energy and the school systems and people staying at home with their kids more. So definitely that parenting card is a big deal. But like I said, Gemini, for all of those, even if you do have kids, don't have kids, etc., this can be very much about being your own parent, your own, you know, guardian of your inner child, which is so important because, you know, often it's like if you're going through something and you kind of go, well, what would I do if I was, you know, if I was my own kid? It's like, or look at yourself as when you were a kid and say, what would I want for little Ariel? What would I want for a little Jacqueline? What would be, you know, what would I do for her if I could, you know, be my parent, right? And so it's just really sweet. It's a sweet energy. So let's see what your tarot's got coming up, Gemini. And I love that that card is yellow because Gemini, yes, oh, Neutrina, and my friend Neutrina is a teacher. And so she's really dealing with all that stuff, like, straight on. It's really, really strong energy. Very tough right now. The parent-teacher dynamic and all of that going on. So let's get something out here for Gemini. New Moon, Cancer 2002 for July. Oh my goodness, July 20. We're 20. Unbelievable. Interesting. Ooh, ouchies. A little bit ouchies. So King of Swords. We got two kings. We got the King of Swords in the present energy. So Gemini, this is your own energy. So this is about, again, clarity, lack of confusion, coming through with a straight energy, the master strategist, really knowing the right moves to make. And yeah, not putting up with any funny business. Sometimes the King of Wands can be a little bit mentally controlling, can be a little bit mentally aloof. Not always as warm of an energy, that's for sure. So let's see what is going to clarify him. Gemini, I'm telling you, we are hitting big energy today. We just had this double up energy with Taurus. We got King of Swords, King of Swords. So you are really, you're being asked to step into a very mature position. Again, this is your own energy. But it's a very grown up energy because it's the king. It's this leadership. It's like, you're having to make decisions. You're having to maybe take a little more charge and being a little more controlled than you'd necessarily like, because Gemini is childlike energy, no matter how old they get. I have met aged Geminis, and I don't care how old that Gemini gets, they still got that little Peter Pan twinkle in their eye. They never totally grow up. So Gemini, it's time for you to grow up a little bit, at least for a little while, because when those two, we got two King of Swords from two different decks, guys. I'm just saying. It's very, very strong, and you got that parenting card. So you might have to make some decisions. You might have to lay down some discipline. You might have to actually discipline either yourself or your kids or people that are acting immature in your life. And you may not really love that, but you got to do it, right? Because, like we say, always on that King of Swords, we got the butterflies. This is about transformation of the mind. Going into the immediate past, we got another king. Very different kind of king, though. This is the King of Wands. So this is warm energy. This is fire energy. Again, though, very much stepping into the leadership role. So, it's like you're coming from some power places. Doesn't matter if you align as feminine or masculine. You know what I mean? It's like the cards are about energies, not about, whether it's a guy or a gal. But, it's like the king energy. A woman can be a king, absolutely. Totally. So let's see what comes for the King of Wands. To me, you're coming from some very fiery leadership kind of energy. You're seeing, yeah, ooh, someone ain't been nice to you, Gemini, and you put them in their place. Ooh. I actually feel that. Like I'm feeling that all over. Yuck. Somebody messed with you. Somebody messed with my Gemini's heart. I don't like it, so I'm gonna grab a little bit of sage. I need some more sage. I'm burning it. I'm burning it here. I'm gonna do that, even though it's in the past. I like that it's in the past. We're gonna sage that card. Yes. We're gonna shake those swords right on out of Gemini's heart. Yes, yes, yes. So that's why you're stepping into that big time King of Swords energy now. It makes so much kind of sense. And it's ready to take those swords out, but you might be worried. You might have some anxiety. You might have some thoughts, some feelings, some fears, some sleepless nights about this. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for you at all. Oh, wait, that's not the 9. It's the 10. Sorry about that, Roman numerals. Yes, 10 of Swords. So it's a completion of a painful cycle. So for some of my Geminis out there, I feel like this new moon is bringing about like a new energy for you. You're not going to be a victim anymore of anything. That's the self-parenting thing there. But this is something that's been really eating at you for a while. This has not been easy. Look at that, Gemini. You're going to go out. You're going to see your friends. You're going to feel better. You're going to connect with the feelings and the people that love you because you're leaving this 10 of Swords behind. This is the end of a painful circumstance. If somebody was stabbing you in the back, they ain't going to be stabbing you no more because this is going to be you. Whether you're literally or metaphorically at Coachella with your buddies, raving it up. That's it. Straight out. That's a powerful reading. Oh, 3 of Cups, see? That doubles the energy. That's a total confirmation right there. and Four of Wands. Oh, it's gonna lead to something really good. Yeah, Coachella. That's right. It does. They look. I love the modern witch because it's more modernized, and so like on this one we have the more traditional like the medieval kind of dancing ladies, but on the modern witch they're totally at a rave. I love this. They're totally at a rave. They've even got the tents in the back for them to hang out, at night. Oh, so let's get a moon card for you. But yeah, ooh, I mean, this is very specific for you, Gemini. I mean, you might have had a heartbreak from a Leo, Aries, Sag. Could have been a fire type person, someone who was really, boom, 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 and you didn't put up with that, and I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for not putting up with that. No silliness. You are strong and you are awesome. Oh, look at that. That's why that Four of Wands is there. Because a new romantic cycle is beginning for you. Look at that. New moon in Libra. So I'm saying it's like you're gonna go out, you're gonna meet more people, and it very well may be that you meet somebody so much more amazing and so much better while you're raving it up. Weren't even looking for it. Love it, Gemini. Oh my goodness. Powerful stuff. All right, let's shake all this out. And let's get ready for the sign of the hour, which is our Cancers. Cancer, Cancer. I'm going to hit this moon fork again for all these cards and clear the energy up for you here. All right. A little bit of sage. The sage spray for our water element folks. Oh, yes. A little bit for Mr. Dragon, too. He's got a little bit. All right. What do we got for Cancer Spirit? Yes. Hey, Colin, here we go. All my Cancer folks, or people with the Cancer energy. I think, Jacqueline, don't you have a Cancer moon? That's a great moon sign to have. So this was also your lunar return. Yeah, this was your lunar return with the moon being in Cancer. That happens every month when the moon hits our sign. Wow. All right. So yeah, mine'll be in like about 2 weeks when the moon is in the opposite in Capricorn. Oh, Alana's a Cancer moon too? Oh, we've got lots of good Cancer energy. This is lunar returns for you guys. So let's see what we got for a key word, guys. Dear spirits, guides, angels, guardians, ancestors. We have for Sun, Moon, Venus, rising in Cancer for their new moon energy. Oh, nature. So nature is the card that came up for you guys. So to me, it's like this is time to really reconnect, not just with the spirits of the earth, the spirits of nature, but with your own nature, with your own self, with your own truth. What is it that really makes you happy? What is it that really makes you feel like, yes, I'm in my vibe, I'm in my element, I'm in my natural place of being. Oh, and it's a 7-4, which adds up to an 11, which is a master number. So it's like really coming back to what you feel very strong about within yourself. Very nice. So let's get some tarot for you. Let's see what comes up. These have all been powerful so far. I am excited by these. Ooh, yes, very nice. Check it out. So, new rebirth, new life. This is the Emperor. This is your present energy, Cancer. So, this is all about stepping up into a leadership role. It is about fighting for what you want because guess what? The Emperor is the Aries card. and the Emperor is our warrior. So this is really about you embracing that fire, embracing that kind of birth of newness. There's an enthusiasm about this card, but there's also wisdom about it. Like the Emperor is a ruler, but he's also a warrior. It's like he makes good decisions, he's a good leader, but he's also someone that's willing to get up and fight for what he wants. So let's go ahead and clarify that energy. And I will say, Cancer, you're going to be getting a lot of kicks. I hate to say it, you're going to be getting a lot of little kicks in your crab shell through the rest of this year. And it's because, not because you've been bad, but it's because Mars is in Aries. And Aries is a square to Cancer. And a square, if you don't know what a square is, I can actually physically show you on the chart. This is a square right here. These two lines with the red square in the middle. So, you know, here we got some challenge. Like anytime that you see squares between 2 points or 2 planets on a chart, that's a square. That's a challenging aspect. So when Mars is in Aries, it is more challenging to your sign. So that's why, you know, you will feel some of those kicks. You will feel that push. It may make you feel more impulsive. It might make you feel, well, a lot more impatient, to be honest, Cancer. Something that I think that all of us will be feeling from now really until the beginning of next year is that we will definitely be noticing that it's almost like we're in a rock and hard place, because when Mars is squaring Saturn, it's like Saturn wants to put on the brake, Mars wants to hit the accelerator. Like Mars wants to go, 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 because it's Aries. It's like, let's get there. I want to go fast. And Saturn's like, whoa, Nelly, hold on. Can't go that fast, right? So you may feel a lot of that too, Cancer, because that's going to be squaring your sign off and on throughout the rest of this year. Just giving you a heads up. So if you find that you're encountering obstacles, blockages, things that you know, you feel like are going to take some time to get through. Yeah, you will. It will take a little time. But the thing is about Saturn, is it going to make sure that you really want to go there before you go there? Which I don't, you know. Sorry, I got 4 planets in Capricorn. I'm like, yeah, hang on. Just hang on. It's going to be okay, guys. It's only 6 months. Only 6 months. And just as I say all that, look at that. We got the King of Pentacles on top of the Emperor, and there we go. I mean, this is your Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy, the Mr. Slowdown, and there's Mr. Speed Up. So this is what you're going to be working with. It's not just this next couple weeks. This is something that's initiating very strongly right now. So to me, but the good thing about both of these is they're both leaders. They're both rulers. They're both wise. They both make good decisions. One takes more action. The other one's more methodical and thinks a lot more about its career and its coin. Yeah. So in the immediate past, we got that Page of Fire. So check that out. I mean, this is like, oh yeah, I know. Dancing this tango for years. Yeah, we have been. We have been. Because of Saturn being in Capricorn the last couple of years. It will go into Aquarius at the end of this year, though. It will start to slowly but surely get out of that cycle. So Cancer, your immediate past is the Page of Wands. So to me, that's a much more immature energy. It's also a fresh energy, and it's also very Aries, just like the Emperor. So this Aries energy is very strong for you. Heck, you might even be involved with an Aries or have Aries in your chart, right? That's very possible here. But to me, what I feel in a lot of ways is this is like there's a new energy. There's a fresh feeling because Aries is the sign of springtime. It's actually the sign that begins the astrological wheel because it's the first sign. When spring starts, Aries starts, right? And so, you know, that's why this feels like it's grounded. You've learned a lot. And this is about timing. This is about timing. And yeah, a lot of restless energy, a lot of anxieties, a lot of fears, worries, the mind kind of going crazy on you in the immediate past here with that Knight of Swords. So the way that I feel about this is it is about learning good timing. Because if Capricorn and earthy energy, that King of Pentacles will teach you anything. It's about timing, right? And that's what makes good risk taking. It's not just being willing to jump like an Aries, but it's knowing when to jump like an earth sign. So Cancer, that is the energy that you're in, right? It's like, you know, learning not only to be willing to take the risk, take the leap of faith, take the jump, but having the wisdom and a little bit of that good timing. And like, I'm going to wait till it feels just right, till I know that everything's been planned. It's like taking a calculated risk. That's really what it's like. And so going into the future, guys, so look at this. 10 of coins. Nice energy. Very beautiful. This is an excellent outcome. So this next couple weeks, and in honesty, you know, because I'm feeling a lot of this for the next 6 months, this is a great time to start manifesting. This is a great time to start investing in yourself, in what you believe in. We make anxiety in our form. That needs to be like stitched on a pillow, right? That could be so appropriate for so many people. So perfect. Virgo would join you in that, Cancer. Virgos would join you. They would. They're very good at anxiety. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's clarify that 10 of coins here, guys. And look at that. Oh my goodness. 10 of coins and 10 of cups. Cancer, there's such a beautiful outcome to this stuff. There's no joke about that. These are like what everybody wants. This is not just the financial security, the groundedness, the feeling of wisdom, understanding, growth, stability. But look at that, you know, our 10 of cups is the happy home. It's the happy heart, right? It's the happy emotions. Oh, and we've got our Queen of Pentacles underneath. Aw, yes, with our bunny. There's our Capricorn energy again. And there is this 5 of Swords. So Cancer, just be aware, you might be doing a little bit of that, like, should I stand up and fight for this? Or should I just walk away from it? So you might be asking that question as well. But overall, we got our King and Queen of Pentacles here. We've got the 10 of Cups and Pentacles on the outcome. I'm not unhappy with that. That's beautiful. That's a fabulous set. That's a fabulous read for Cancer. Really nice. Don't give up. Stay strong. Stay determined. Work through the obstacles. Don't let them, you know, discourage you. Even if you feel worried, even those fears or anxieties, like, don't invest in that. Just put it to the side. Put it to the side. Let's get a moon card for you guys. For my wonderful, beautiful lunatics. That's Cancer. Cancer's the lunatics, right? Because they're lunar ruled. Oh, yes, look, new moon eclipse, expect powerful change. So Cancer, it's changing. You don't even know it. It's changing out from under you. Big life cycles, ending and beginning. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. So let us go ahead. I'm actually gonna clear with the Sun fork this time because we're coming into our Leo time here. Ooh. So our Leos are up next. Thank you for doing those, Jacqueline. I appreciate it. Ooh, feels so good. Alright. A little sage in the house. I'm looking forward to Leo time. This is always nice. I enjoy it. Leo is our sign of the heart. It is. Leo is ruled by the heart. And they are ruled by a star, the sun. So, coming into that solar energy. Woohoo! All right, Leo, 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 Sun, Moon, Venus, rising. What do we have for you for this particular new moon? Should be a new moon in Leo, but it's a new moon in Cancer. What about that? We're right about to come up to your sun sign time. So let's see what we're bringing in for you. For my big magical cats. Yes, self-love. Ah, that's a perfect card for you, Leo, because you are loving, heart-based, generous, warm sign. So it's time for you to give some of that love to yourself. You give a lot of it to others, give some to yourself in a really good, healthy way, because sometimes, Leo, it's like it can turn into pride and ego and stuff like that. But what you want is just to really truly appreciate what makes you you, and don't let anyone put you down. I know it's like so many Leos out there, they don't really fit into that sort of prideful, arrogant thing. My mom is a Leo rising. It's funny. And she's always funny, and she always kind of, like, without meaning to, it's like everything's a little show, everything's a drama. And, I sometimes when she starts doing like her thing, when she's telling a story, she's like all getting into it. And I'll start singing, "Let us entertain you, let us make you smile." She should have been on Broadway, right? Yes, Natrina's mom is a Leo. One time, can I tell? I hope it's okay for me to tell the story because it's so funny and it's so perfectly Leo. That Natrina's mom once gave a gift to Natrina, and it was a picture of herself. Her mom gave her a picture of herself, like in a nice frame. Like, that's the most Leo thing I've ever heard. Like, you needed this, right? Of course. I'm sure. I know my mom has probably done stuff like that. And I'm like, what? So perfect. I know. I know. So let's get some tarot for you, Leo. Let's see what we got. Oh my goodness. My lions and lionesses out there purring it up. Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying, my sensitive Leos. A lot of sensitive energy. We've got the High Priestess right in the center, which is that lunar energy. So we're definitely bringing in that new moon lunar energy for you there, Leo. So this is just saying, listen to your intuition, listen to the mysteries inside of your soul, tap into that extra perception that you have. This is sort of tapping into your more feminine lunar side of yourself, right? So yeah, you're feeling that Cancer energy very strongly right now. Oh, very much. Look at that, Queen of Cups. Look how the energy changed when we went from Cancer to Leo. It's interesting. It was like, wow, I mean, this is totally different. So, yeah, High Priestess, Queen of Cups, this to me is like really tuning into your spiritual side. Absolutely gorgeous here. To me, both the High Priestess and the Queen of Cups are somewhat secretive, somewhat shy, somewhat sort of a little more introverted. Maybe not necessarily shy, but definitely more introverted about their emotions, but very wise about their emotions. So even though they're not sharing every single thing that they're thinking, it's like they're really feeling it. So you're feeling this one very strongly. And you know what just hit me too, Leo, is that for all of you, no matter, what your personal chart is, on the universal, all that Cancer energy has been working through your 12th house of Pisces. That's why you're feeling all this deep sensitivity, because you're really having a very watery, intuitive, mystical house being activated. And that's kind of coming full circle right now. It's showing up here too in the past with the Page of Cups. So you've definitely had some rebirth of new emotions, new compassion, new empathy, new feelings, new sensations. Sometimes that Page of Cups is new emotional communication. And it can be sometimes people from your past coming forward to talk to you again or make apologies and things like that. Yeah, and look at this. Oh my gosh. Leo, this is so watery. So we've got the Chariot here, and the Chariot is the Cancer card in the tarot. So, that's the sign we've been working through, and Cancer has been just, woo, doing a number on some of my Leos. But this, to me, it's very interesting because the Page of Cups is kind of like that very youthful energy, but water element. The Chariot's it's much more grown up. It's like, really gaining a good understanding and a balance of your deeper inner emotions. I would say you've been doing some really deep soul searching and inner work. Wow, for a lot of my Leos, this has been a time. Some of you might have been feeling very sensitive, you know, crying a lot more than usual, feeling a lot more than usual, letting out your emotions, you know, not being afraid to show that softer side of yourself, to not always have to be the bright, glowing entertainer, right? You know, but to show that deeper, more emotional side. Wow. And so going into the future, we also have more cups. Look at that. Yes. We've got the Four of Cups. So, Leo, I mean, this is very wistful, longing. It's like, but also just sort of like when's this, you know, wish fulfillment gonna come in? Do I have to wait forever? Is my life just passing me by while I'm waiting? So let's clarify that Four of Cups, because that is moody. That's real moody. Yeah, Eight of Swords. And so for some of my Leos, you could be really caught in your mind about something. And this is a real mental energy. So, Leo, really check in, you know, with yourself right now. Because right now you're really in a very powerful place with that High Priestess and the Queen of Cups. This is the potential future. Doesn't mean it has to be the future, it's just a potential. So, if you don't want to get into this place, don't get into this place. Um, Remember that you do have the power to cut through those bonds and to get free and to get emotionally free as well. So if there's something or someone that's just kind of been breadcrumbing you and not giving you everything that you need, it's like, ugh, just love yourself. You don't have to put up with, you know, not enough. You don't have to put up with that. You can always free yourself from that situation and go be the bright, awesome being that you are. Look at that. We've got Two of Wands on the underside of the first deck, and we've got the star on the underside of the second. So, wow, that's a beautiful energy right there. I believe that you can absolutely cut through any of the garbage that's holding you down, anybody that's not giving you what you truly need and deserve. Because you're a powerful being and you're getting ready to step into a lot more of that power as we go from the closing up this time of the sun being in Cancer, and we're right about to step into your sun sign time. And look, yes, Leo, don't let the past hold you back. So that definitely gives me a feeling that for a lot of you watching this, what feels like it's holding you back is something from the past. It's not something that is currently necessarily happening. There could be some old flame or some old situation or some old thing from your past that you're just like, ah, if I could only live it down. And you know, because this is the South Node card, the South Node is a part on your astrology chart that shows where the old incarnations, the old, you know, karma, the old baggage has really come full circle, and Spirit's trying to get you to move away from that. So, if there's anything that's really big like that in your life right now, Leo, then it is definitely time to step away, gain a fresh perspective, cut those ties loose, go run free in the wilds. Go catch that gazelle or whatever tasty treat that lion's got his eye on. That's what it's time to go do. All right, so let's see. We're getting ready. I can't believe we're already to Virgo. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's clear out a little bit. We get ready for our Virgo folks. The sun in Cancer is actually very nice for Virgo. It really is. It's a good placement for it. I know a lot of my Virgos have really been going through it because, you know, Venus has been in Gemini for quite a long while. That's been squaring the Venus sign for you, Jacqueline. I know they're in the live chat, and it's also been squaring, you know, Virgo folks. We don't have too much longer with that, guys. Venus does move into Cancer late on August 7th. So that's going to start shifting things in a much nicer place. And going into the time of Leo, we will be getting ready and ramping up for the following sign, which is yours. So let's see what we've got in the cards for you today. Let's see what we've got for a card for a what am I thinking? For a keyword. My mind slipped me for a second. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, healers, be with Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising in Virgo. Let's see what we have got for them for this new moon in Cancer. Oh, I like that. Wow. Follow your dreams. Number 85. So we've got the 8. Sorry, my phone slipped. We've got the 8, which is infinity, destiny, manifestation, and the 5, which is movement and energy. So, Virgo, time to go in the direction of your dreams. Something that a lot of Virgos just really don't allow themselves to do all that often because, it's they're very practical, they're very modest. They're like, oh, I don't need to do that. But this is really saying, allow yourself to dream big, allow yourself to go in the direction of that. So let's get some cards for you. Let's get some tarot and see what we've got for our Virgos out there. Oh, wow, guys, this is nice. Okay, so let's look at this. We got right in the center. We went right to the Sun card here in the middle. So this is super powered, very positive, very optimistic. And I would say that because we're ready, right about to step into the Leo time, yes, the go-to Virgo is Beyonce, right? Virgo is such a perfectionist sign. They are. They work so hard. Oh my goodness. So that sun is right there. That is super positive. So for me, I'm going to say that stepping into Leo time is very highlighted because the sun card is, Leo rulership. And I will say, Virgo, this is going to be a more sensitive time. When the sun is in Virgo, right? But when the sun is in Virgo, that means that it's moving through your universal 12th house. And so it is a very sensitive place. So don't be surprised, Virgo, if your emotions come much more up to the surface, if you feel like you're letting go of old things, because you're really clearing the deck for like a whole new cycle for yourself. So it's very positive indeed when you view it that way. No doubt about it. Yes, because look what we're overcoming. Like I said, you're going to have a sensitive heart, but this is about working through that. You're coming at this with a very positive mindset. And that 3 of Swords is all about releasing old heartaches, old heartbreaks, things that haven't been easy for you, Virgo. So, like I said, it's like even though there's a lot of positive shift here, what happens when we start to shift? Sometimes it shakes things up inside us. I know it's funny how that is, but when I think about some of the most positive times in my life, it's like they also really kind of rubbed certain things the wrong way. It's like, oh my gosh, it's like you're really in that very difficult energy, and you feel it. You totally feel it. So I'm gonna sage this for you. I want to do it. I'm gonna do it. I feel it's warranted here in this case. Absolutely. We're gonna sage that card for you, Virgo. And just like our buddy Ramblin' Mike over at Ramblin' Mike's Tarot, definitely check out his channel. But this is what he does when he gets that 3 of Swords. We're gonna do it for you, Virgo. Out, 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 out of Virgo's heart. Out. We're gonna shake that out. Shake it on out of Virgo's heart because that sun's coming in. That sun's coming in. Yes. And here in the immediate past, look at that. That definitely tells me you've been all tied up in your head, Virgo. Like Colin said about Cancer, I said Virgo does that too. It turned anxiety into an art form. For sure. It's like you can really, really wind yourself up with anxieties, fears, doubts. Self-criticism is a big one for Virgo. So don't be doing that to yourself. This is what's going on in the past position here, Virgo. This isn't going to last forever. Free yourself, and you are going to free yourself. That's definitely what I feel coming up. Yeah, and look at that. Queen of Pentacles. There's your own energy stepping in with that Queen of Earth. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy. Abundant, self-sufficient, powerful, strong, knows how to create a new reality. And so you're stepping away from that anxiety there, stepping away from that fear. And into the future, we have the Page of Swords. So this is new energy. It's new ideas, new thought, new communication, new messages. Could be somebody immature, could be a little younger than you or act a little younger than you, but they may be watching you from afar as well, Virgo. They may be kind of going, what's up with my Virgo? Who's over there? Maybe somebody interested, maybe somebody you're not interested in. Jacqueline's a stalker. Nah, I don't know about that. I hope not. Let's clarify this little Page of Swords. Let's see what he's got. The best thing I love about this is that he's got a blue jay and a budgie. I love that because I love birds and I love both of those birds. So I'm kind of down. I'm like, I might just keep the birds and lose the dude. Yes, but be open to new thought, new ideas, new communication, new ways of seeing things, new perspectives. That's definitely true. Oh, we got our Temperance card. So yes, this is a nice energy. That's nice because the Temperance card is our Sagittarius. This is our Jupiter energy. It's good luck, good fortune, balance coming back into the picture, and really bringing things back into a clearer focus, into a better place. The sun rising in the distance, just like we have our sun card in the center, right? So yeah, but to me in this position with this clarifier, that's definitely kind of looking to see things from a more balanced perspective. It's always interesting to me. The Temperance card always feels a little bit Virgo to me. It's very interesting, even though it's a Sagittarius card. This to me feels very Virgo because of the angelic form, the fact that she's balancing things. There's that element of moderation, which Virgo is very much about. 1 foot in the water of emotion, 1 foot on the earth of grounding. And so I would say that that's very important for you as well because Virgo, you may be very emotional, coming up over this next little bit. But it's about balancing it with your stability and your steadfast. Look at that. We got the Temperance card coming up from the other deck on the bottom. Wow. So let's double up the energy there. And we got the 7 of Cups. So yeah, be a little patient with yourself here, Virgo. Be a little patient with yourself because that 7 of Cups can be a lot of confusion. A lot of different emotional options. You might have more than one choice. So just don't forget that you still have some of those earthy planets on your side. You've got Uranus and Taurus. You've got Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto all in Capricorn, which are actually highlighting your sign in a very good way. It's very positive. So even if you're going through a very hard time, keep going. You're going to get through it. You will. It's going to transform you. You're going to come out totally different, but it'll be amazing. And yes, the Moonology card. So don't let pride stand in the way. I don't see Virgo as generally a very prideful sign. They really work hard for their achievements and their accomplishments. But you may be dealing with somebody that has a lot of pride. It might be. It might be a thing. It's really about embracing, again, healthy self-love, being good to yourself, because this is full moon and Leo energy. Oh, my force is strong today, Neutrina. I think my chat is strong today. That's how I feel. I feel like all my folks in here are so awesome. But thank you for that. All right, so here we go. We're getting ready for Libra. Woot! Let's burn a little sweetgrass for that. Let's do that. I love sweetgrass. Let's clear that with this. I hear the birds. I hear the towhee outside. It's amazing. Woo! If y'all have never burned sweetgrass, it's one of my favorite things to burn. It's got a similar effect as sage, but it's a sweet smell, sweet smoky smell. I love it. It's delicious. Dragons like to burn stuff. Oh my gosh. Oh, the hawks are definitely, they have been a little bit less, but they're still at it. They are so funny. Oh my god, they're hilarious. Yeah, we had the trees, and so for the last week or two, it's been nonstop hawk talk. They have been the fledglings, the young hawks, the juveniles, who are fully feathered, and They're pretty big. Like I can tell that they're juveniles because the tails aren't completely red yet. You can just tell that they've still got their baby feathers. But I know Amber is our fire. She's our fire starter. Oh my gosh! And so, but the baby hawks have been chasing the parents because you know baby birds they still want the parents to feed them if they can. So every time the parent gets a squirrel or some tasty morsel of something to eat, the juvenile hawks come flying out of you know going feed me, and it's been hilarious and funny and really awesome to watch because I mean there's been like 4 or 5 of them and they'll just like be flying all around you know through the backyard and chasing around. It's hilarious and the parents have just kind of had it. The parents have had it. They're like, get off me, kid, you can feed yourself, go get your own squirrel. But they're beautiful. I mean, yeah. But they are absolutely stunning. I mean, it's just like to watch these birds just carrying on. It's just, oh, it's funny. It's real funny. I'm used to watching the songbirds doing that, but when it's big hawks, oh, bee butterfly. She's probably off with some firefighters she picked up. Yeah. All right, so let's check out what's in these cards for Libra, dear guardians, ancestors, angels, divine spirits, all of Libra's special protectors. Let's ask for energy through these cards for them. Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, or anyone else that aligns strongly with Libra energy. Relationship change. Well, that doesn't surprise with Libra because relationships are always on a strong perspective, strong focus for Libra because you are the relationship sign, absolutely. So, this new moon in Cancer is definitely bringing through some kind of shift in a relationship. Could be ending a relationship, beginning a relationship, healing or reconciling one, but it's all about relationship shift and change so that you can take that as it resonates. But let's see what we've got in your tarot, Libra. Let's check it out. These reads have all been like, whew. I think this is a powerful energy that we're in right now. And yes, we have just about, what time is it, guys? I think it's not quite 1 yet. We're building up to 1:30. 1:30 is when we have the new moon is completely at its peak there. So we're really sitting. Yeah, we're sitting right in this energy right now. I swear, sometimes when you line these up with the astrological stuff, it's like, whew! It's like that power just comes right on through. All right, Libra, Libra, Libra. Focus on you. Oh, yeah. You've been working hard. We know that. We know that. Right here, center of the spread, we have Four of Swords. So, guys, this is all about taking a break. This is taking a break sometimes from, you know, what feels like a battle and a struggle. You know, it really says you need time to recover, you need time to rest, you need time to just, you know, recuperate from anything that you've been experiencing for sure. So let's go ahead and get into a clarifier. You know, I mean, right now, I would say that Libra, you know, is feeling some of that crunch time. Because it's really, you know, you've got Cancer on one side, Capricorn on the other, you know, Aries on that side, and you're over here. So it's creating that cross. It's creating those big squares right now. You know, and Mars is going to be doing that opposition dance to your sign through the rest of this year. You're going to be feeling that off and on, that push and pull. And it doesn't have to be a bad thing, you know. It can, like, my teacher Lynn, my astrology teacher Lynn used to say, oppositions, they can be like a tug of war, or it's like two people dancing. So it's like it can be really tough or it can be really free flowing depending on how you use that energy. Yeah. Jacqueline. So just keep that in mind, Libra. You are, with the Cancer energy, but it is coming to a close. It is coming to a close, which is really good, because as we move into more Leo energy, that does start to create a better aspect, and it'll alleviate some of that square energy that you might be feeling right at this moment, and probably have been for the last couple weeks, to be honest. Yeah, Three of Wands. So this is very like sitting back, Libra. This is rest and recovery, relaxation, R&R, getting the sleep and the rest that you definitely need. And that Three of Wands is saying, I'm just going to sit back and wait for the ships to come in. I'm not going to chase this stuff down. I'm not going to go to battle right now. If something's meant to be mine, I'm just gonna let it come. I'm not gonna go chase it because I know what's meant to be mine. It's gonna show up. It's gonna show up. So yeah, I mean it's interesting that right now this is a very gentle energy, a much more passive energy for you right now, Libra. Immediate past, we got that Page of Swords guy coming up. So yet again, birth of new ideas, change of direction in your thoughts. Could be somebody more immature than you, somebody that, somebody that's been, just watching you on your darn social media, hanging out. What's Libra up to? And you're getting ready to say, not a damn thing, because Libra's going to take a nap. That's what you're going to do. All right, so we've got Three of Pentacles, and so these two both kind of came out together. So this person might kind of be patient about it. It's like they might be thinking about you, dropping a little comment here and there, dropping a little seed here and there, hoping maybe it comes back around, because the Seven of Pentacles is that patient energy of like waiting for something to grow. Three of Pentacles is about working on something, building it, hoping that it comes full circle. But right now, Libra, you can't be bothered. You're just like, let me sleep, let me rest. But we do have the Three of Coins again. So Three of Coins to me is always about building something. There's that architectural side. There's that energy in this card, and there is definitely as well in the traditional tarot where, it's like the architect is working on a blueprint. There he is. Looks like he's building Notre Dame. It's like it's really about building a spiritual foundation and center. That's what that card is about. So that's what you're really working for. And if there's somebody that's coming around or has been coming around in the past, if they're willing to build from a spiritual, grounded center, that's what you're really about, because that's what you're going forward. You want something that's going to last. You want something that's going to have a good foundation, but there's also that element of creativity to it. It's like you want something that kind of fuels the spirit and sparks the soul as well as creates a grounded foundation. Yes, and you're moving through. Yeah, I mean, you're going to wake up. Right now you're taking a nap, but you will wake up, Libra, and you're going to start working. And you're going to stand in your power because of that Emperor card. This is that Aries energy. Like I said, it's the other side of you. Aries is the flip side of Libra. I always say, Libra, even though it's the diplomat, she's still Lady Justice. She holds the scales of justice in one hand, but she has a sword in the other, just in case she needs to fight. Libra would rather not fight, but Aries doesn't mind. Aries doesn't mind. So Libra, you might be willing to fight for something in the future. This next couple weeks, I think not. But going into the future of that, especially as the sun moves into Leo, that could shift. That could shift big. Oh, I mean, that's definitely showing up there, Libra. But don't ever forget, those two cups are still standing. So this doesn't have to be sad forever. That's for sure. And on the underside of the other deck, we have Justice, which is your own energy. So there it is. You will get justice from whatever injustice that you have suffered. That's very much of what this is about. It's righting wrongs, but right now, just don't push yourself too hard. It's important that you have some relaxation and recovery time right now and just kind of let things come to you. Because things will start getting active soon enough. They will. And look at that new moon in Gemini energy from the Moonology deck. We have communication is key. So talk it out, think it out, write things down, whatever it is that you need. Yeah, another vacation, Natrina. Just give yourself time. That's for sure. You know, but that new moon in Gemini, communication is very important. It's interesting. We also have, it's a very similar, the colors, right? Relationship change and communication, Gemini energy with the 2, and your ruling planet right now is in Gemini. So Libra, that's very nice. It's like if you're trying to, you know, reconcile or mend fences or smooth things over with anybody, it's all about communication. Communication is the key, and it brings the changes in the relationship. So very beautiful. I like this. This was a more gentle reading in some ways for you, Libra, but I think that the energy is it's gonna come up. It's gonna come up. You're working on things. It's a little more passive right now, but it's it's not gonna stay that way forever. That's how Libra balances sometimes. It really is. It's like sometimes they're super busy, and then sometimes they're super relaxed. Oh, take care, Colin. Thank you so much for joining us. It was lovely to have you. Yes. Thank you for stopping by. Had our official Cancer sun sign in the house for Cancer new moon reading, which is awesome. So let's go ahead, guys. Let's clear the energy for guess who? Woohoo! We got our Scorpios up next. Definitely gotta burn something for them. I gotta do that. Oh my goodness. That's my Scorpios with the fires. Woohoo! Ooh, Scorpio. Oh my goodness. So this has been, you know, I like the energy of Cancer for my Scorpios. I love it. I love that it's kind of come in full circle because it's a fellow water sign. I hope you guys have, you know, enjoyed it pretty good because we're coming up for Leo. And Leo is a lot harder. It's a lot harder because it's a square to Scorpio. Whereas Cancer is the trine, right? So, you know, especially for my late degree Scorpions, you'll be definitely feeling a good energy here with this good stuff from Cancer. So, let's go ahead, get that going. Tap, tap, tap. Yeah, Cancer is the 9th house. Cancer is the 9th house for Scorpio. So it's a beautiful, active time. And even though Leo is a square to you, I really don't think it's horrible because it does light up your Capricorn house, which is a nice house for Scorpio. So, you know, it's not all tough. So, all right, Scorpio, let's see what we got. I'm very excited for you guys. Let's see what we have for our new moon in Cancer. Oh my goodness. Definitely high energy right now because we're sitting right on the verge of that new moon here. It's amazing. Let's get you a key word to start. Dear angels, guardians, guides. Ooh, they want that one. Okay. Intuition popped right out. Number 22. Master number there for you, Scorpio. Adds up to a 4, which is the sign, it's number of Cancer. Number of the house of the home. Amazing. So yes, use your intuition. Use that perception. Use your ability of deduction and what's the other word? What's the other word I'm trying to think? Investigation, right? That's all about pulling back the layers there, Scorpio. You know, you've got the powers when it comes to that. Absolutely. All right, so let's get some tarot for you. I'm very excited to see what comes up. Oh my goodness. And you know, it's interesting because like I said, Cancer lighting up that 9th house for you. It's that Sag house. So it's all about that, you know, forward vision, finding and learning the truth. Digging deep. Scorpio's they peel back the layers. They you know, they go deep. That's why I love Scorpio and Scorpio energy. It's because my midheavens in Scorpio. So, you know, the midheaven, let me show you what that is on the chart. I know Jacqueline will appreciate this. you know, here at the top of the chart, when you look at the whole circle, the midheaven point is right up here, okay? And the midheaven point is what connects your ninth house, which is your Sagittarius energy. So that's really like the ideas, the dreams, the intuition, the knowledge, the truth, you know, that fire of passion, you know, to make things happen. But then the 10th house is the Capricorn house. So that's where you manifest those ideas and passions. So that's why that midheaven point is very powerful. It's really the way that you manifest things. And I would actually say that having a Scorpio midheaven, oh my gosh, my career has definitely, it's like it stays solid, but it goes through big changes, like those big Scorpion, you know, death and rebirth cycles for sure. So that midheaven point is strong. And that's where the sun is going to be crossing over for all my Scorpios. Amber, yay! Welcome to Amber in the chat. She is one of our wondrous Scorpios here. So glad to see her. I'm so excited. I died twice today. Oh my goodness, Amber. Wow. I think Scorpio has infinite lives. It's hard. You can't kill a Scorpion. They just keep coming back. They really do. All right, Scorpio. I do have a story, a funny story about scorpions. A couple of them, actually, because I love the Southwest, and there's a lot of scorpions out there in the Southwest in the desert. And one thing that happened the first time that I went out there long ago, I went to New Mexico, and I was staying with some friends in this little house, and there was a scorpion in the room, and he was just like hanging out in the closet. And it was so funny because I really wasn't using the closet. I didn't bring that many clothes with me, and so I saw it like every night because scorpions are actually nocturnal. And so I would be sleeping, and I'd look out there, and I'd see the scorpion just kind of sitting there, just sitting in the closet. And I'm like, okay, Scorpion. I said, I'll make a deal with you. I said, don't get in the bed with me, don't sting me, and you can totally hang out and stay. And so that's what he did. And it was so funny. Every night he would go sleep, I guess, you know, during the day, because you know they don't come out in the day. And but at night he'd sit there in the doorway of the closet and just hang out. And he never bothered me. He never stung me, and we were totally cool with it. I know, it was like my little guardian scorpion angel. And so it was just really adorable. I swear he was probably just hanging out waiting for bugs to come by, because that's what they do. They just wait for the bugs. And another thing that I did when I was in Tucson, Arizona, and I recommend highly going to Tucson, Arizona. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. But the best thing in there is the Sonora Desert Museum. And at this time of year, especially in the summer, you can walk through the desert. They have paths. They have guided, you know, tours and everything if you want to go on them. And the scorpions there they glow. They glow in the dark. They glow with the black light. They phosphorescence. And so they'll get you a little lantern. You can bring them. You can bring a little black light lantern. And along the little rock walls, like the little stones, you can shine the black light and you'll see the little scorpions. They glow like this light blue. It's beautiful. And so the little scorpions, you'll just see them, and they don't bother you. Of course, they're easygoing. People are always so scared of them. I'm like, no, like they're actually really, really cool. And so one of my best memories is going to the Desert Museum and seeing the little glowing scorpions, and looking up at the stars at the same time and seeing the constellation of Scorpio overhead. It was magic. Magical scorpion desert times. So guys, I'm sorry to be so long-winded about the scorpion stories, but I had to. Y'all are here, and I do wax lyrical about them. All right, so let's jump into your tarot, Scorpio. Let's see what we've got, along with your intuition being very fired up. Let's see what their tarot has for you. Nice. Ooh. Very nice. Okay, so Scorpio, right in the center, we have Miss Hot Stuff. We've got the 9 of Coins. She's very grounded, balanced, stable. She has her little falcon to give her foresight into the visionary future. To me, she's kind of like a minor arcana empress. She's very, very strong and grounded and rooted. Love, love the nine of coins, because to me, this is somebody that's very solid and stable. It's like they know their worth, and whether or not somebody affirms them or not, they're like, I'm good. I'm good either way. I'm fine. I don't need anybody to tell me I'm good enough. I know I'm good enough. Very, very beautiful energy. Anything that you're working on right now, Scorpio, it's positive. It's very positive. This next 2 weeks especially should be really good payoff. And look at that. We got our Emperor coming up on top of her. So yeah, we've got some strong, powerful energy. So not only do we have our balance of earth, but we've got our fire here going on. So there's that fighting spirit, there's that warrior, there's that Aries energy. And you know there is a connection between Scorpio and Aries. That's a very truthful thing, because in the old days, before they discovered that Pluto existed or was in our, or orbit, Mars was considered the ruler of Scorpio and of Aries. So, it's like Scorpio still retains a little bit of that Aries energy, a little bit of that Martian rulership, right? So that's why that Emperor popping up is very strong for you, and Mars being in Aries is strong for you as well. Scorpio, even though it's not in an actual, direct aspect to your sign, it still has that, co-rulership of old. So going into the past, check it out. We got that Six of Swords. Moving on. We are not going to let things stop in our way. We're leaving behind the troubled waters. Getting the dude saying, hey, get us in the boat. We're going to go over to a better place. We're going to go take a trip. We're not going to stick with the turmoil and the drama and the crap anymore. Six of Swords is one of the best of the swords. It really is, because it's all about leaving behind the troubled waters for calmer times ahead. So that's something you've been working on, in your immediate past. That's something you've been really focused on. And, that's important for our Scorpios, because it's very, yes, water Uber. I like that, Jacqueline. I like that. Um, yeah, and so it's really all about that. And for you guys, it is important where you direct your emotions, because yeah, I mean, look at this. We got the Two of Pentacles, because Scorpio, I always say Scorpio is like a high-powered rocket. And if you direct them in a good way, they'll go there fast. If you direct them in a bad way, they'll go there just as quick. So it's like you really do have to watch, where you're aligned, because your emotions are fierce and powerful. And there's that Two of Pentacles on top of that. There's the balance. There's that working to keep things balanced, keep the emotions and the thoughts in a balanced place, because you know how important it is. Because when Scorpio goes dark, oh, whew, they go dark. They go really deep dark. So they really have to work to stay in that balance. They really have to work to stay in that balance. So here in the immediate future, check it out. We got the King of Pentacles. That's why I say there's going to be some kind of big payoff coming up in the future. Very focused on that leadership, rulership. This is a very strong Taurus energy, as well as Virgo and Capricorn. It's very much on top of finances. So between the Nine of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the King of Pentacles, this is a lot of leadership energy. It's a lot of making some money too. It's like very focused on work, very focused on bringing in, the income, and, helping the finances to improve for sure. How did I just know that was coming? I don't know how. Look at that. Three of Swords. Woo! Yeah. Yeah, how did I know that was going to come up? I felt it. But that King of Pentacles, look at that. I mean, it's sort of like, again, it's like you're really learning so much on how to handle those emotional ups and downs, right? That's the way I feel about this. It's a very interesting way that aspects that. And especially because we had that Six of Swords in the past. It's like when those heartbreaks, those shakeups, those old things kind of come along, you're so much more mature now going into the future. And it's like, even if it bothers you, it just doesn't have that same power. That's just the feeling that I have for a lot of my Scorpios out there. Because Y'all have been through it. Y'all have been through it. You don't, I mean, I'm going to sage this card because that's what I do with the Three of Swords. But honestly, I just feel like you've learned so much. You've learned so much. We're going to sage it. We're going to shake them swords out. Ow, ow, ow! Get out, Scorpio's heart. Stay away from Scorpio's heart because, see, that's potential. That ain't actualities. But what I love is look at how he's kind of smiling at it. He's like, yeah, you old achy breaky heartbreaker. She's like, I mean, they're just like jumping on it. Like, no, no, no. Well, it's just sort of like, it's like, you can't mess with me. I've learned my lessons. I've got my bird. I've learned to see in the future. I've learned to use my intuition. That's not going to get you anymore. You've learned so much. And look at that. Six of Wands, victory. Victory over the challenging times. That's success. Six of Cups, yeah. There could be a little of that reconciliation, a little bit of that nostalgia, a little bit of that sentimentality, guys. There could be. That could be why some of y'all might be having a little bit of that heartache coming up. Many times it's something from the past that kind of shakes it up. Yep, yep. But to me, the Six of Wands is such a very positive, and so much positive around this reading. But that's why it's like, I see that King of Pentacles and that Lady of the Pentacles hat, and looks just kind of looking at that three of Swords, like, not today, buddy. Not today. Yep. Yep. Oh, look at what you got from the Moonology. Hold your vision. Fixed moon. And you are a fixed sign, Scorpio. So yeah, it is about holding your vision. It's about not giving up. It's about not backing down. That's beautiful. That's a very strong reading for you guys. It's great. Yeah. No, it's funny. Yeah, looking at those together, it's like, oh wow, the whole deck just knocked over. Give me just a second, y'all. I gotta pick these up. Sent it flying. That's what happens. That's what happens when we get going. Wow. Yeah, that's an interesting read there, Scorpio. I just feel like you've developed a much stronger center. You've gotten more grounded, more earthy. Yeah. Planet party. When I ever said that. All right. So, Sagittarius. Let's see what we've got for the Saggies out there. Let's see what we've got. Spray a little bit of this. Spray a little bit of this. Woo woo. We're rocking. We're going. I love it. Sagittarius, my archers, my wild children. And you know, all of our Scorpios out there, Sag is important for you because all of you will get a Sagittarius progression in your life. So that is part of your destiny, is to work through that Sagittarian energy. It is indeed. I think that's why Scorpios also tend to have a lot of luck. You know, they move through that Scorpio energy and then they get into the Sag energy, and that's like super lucky. So it's like, yeah, it's a thing. Alright, dear angels, guardians, spirits, and guides. Let's see what we have for Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising in Sagittarius. Oh, Jupiter-ruled folks out there. For this new moon energy in Cancer. All about pride, Sagittarius. Love the number 19. I was born on a 19. Yesterday was a 19. But pride is interesting because to me, there's healthy pride and there's icky pride. Healthy pride is very important, guys. It's very important to be feeling good about yourself, to truly value who you are and what makes you you. So, Sagittarius, think about that, meditate on that this next couple weeks. It's all about your energy and what makes you proud to be you. Speaking your truth, being, authentic and genuine, and true to yourself. That is very much what my Sagittarians are about. So, and I love that it's a 1 and a 9 because it's sort of like the beginning and the end, of the numerological cycle. So we've got that. We've got that 19, which is also the Sun card in the tarot, which is very positive. So yes, positive thoughts, Sagittarius. If you've been putting yourself down lately, or if anybody else has been putting you down, it's time to turn that around. Time to turn that narrative around. All right, tarot for the Sag. What have we got for you guys for this new moon? Yes, balance, honey. Very nice. Oh, yes. So, center of the spread, 6 of coins. We have the balance, the reciprocity. Yes, this is for you, Sagittarius. So if you've been giving and haven't been receiving much, or if you, again, have been putting yourself down, or if other people have, it's time to let go of those and bring the people in who really contribute to the bank account of your soul and your heart and your good thoughts and your mind, because that's what it's about, y'all. All right. Could be a little Libra energy in there too with that, because that is those scales of balance. And 2 of Cups. So, Sagittarius, you might be balancing something out with a loved one. Might be really connecting with somebody on a very, very deep soul connected level. And this could be bringing you a feeling of really coming into balance, coming into a feeling of like, oh wow, there's real give and take here. There's a real connection here. Going in the past, we do have that Page of Cups. So, there could have been some, emotional communication in this immediate past for you. Could have been new messages from somebody, or it could have been somebody saying, you know what, Sagittarius, I messed up so much. And I really, really want to make things better with you. And that's where that comes from. So it could be whether, you're single, whether you're coupled, whether you're, separated and hoping for reconciliation. And it could have, they might have done something bad. Seven of Swords, a little sneaky stuff showed up. So yeah, they might have messed up with my Sagittarius there, and so no wonder they're coming in to try to heal this. No wonder that Page of Cups is like, I need to apologize. You can flip this, Sag. It could have been you that might not have been completely truthful to yourself or with them, but overall, I generally feel this is someone else. That's just me, because I'm on your side here. Even if you were the sneaky one, I'm still on your side. I'm still in your corner. So going into the future, we do have the 10 of Cups. Very, very nice outcome. So Sag, even if this has been tough, even if this has been something that's been very challenging, even if this is somebody that's been really crappy, you may want to hear them out. You may really want to hear them out. Just give it a shot. But if this is something brand new, and you're moving on from somebody that's been difficult or hasn't been, good to you, and you're moving to something better, yee, woohoo! Because this has a nice outcome with that 10 of Cups. This has got a beautiful feeling going forward. So, stand tall, feel good about yourself, don't beat yourself down, don't accept something that's not going to be balanced, right? That's what it's about. Could be with a Page of Swords person. Look at that. Look at that. Could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Our little Page of Swords have been showing up here a lot. A lot today. So there's a lot of folks with people that have been kind of going, hey, are you interested in me? That's Doing a lot of those. Ooh, death card on the underside there for you, Sagittarius. We have got complete transformation. Scorpio energy there too. Could be a Scorpio in your picture. Could be, could be. Eight of Cups is in there too. So let's say, you know, there for a lot of you, you could be moving on past somebody once so good to you. And your step energy coming in. Wow. Very interesting picture this paints. Really does. But either way, good stuff. Good stuff in the potential future here. And new ideas, new thoughts, new communication. Even if it's a little, you know, a little awkward at first, a little weird at first. Weird doesn't have to be bad. Here we go. Step out of your comfort zone from the Moonology deck. So Sagittarius, you do tend to be an adventurous type. You don't tend to be somebody who's afraid to try new things. But this is really saying if you've been just doing one thing or similar things over and over and over and getting the same result and you don't like that result, this is really saying get out of that comfort zone and try something new. Absolutely. All right. So Sagittarius, let's move into our next energy, and that's going to be Capricorn. Yay, goats in the house. Big time goat in the house here with me, that's for sure. I am the goat. All right, so let's hit these forks again. Let's hit that sun fork. Clear some of that energy. Make way for the Capricorn. Alright, so let's tap these cards. Let's spray a little sage. Your angels, ancestors, guides, guardians, and helpers. Let's see what we have for our Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising sign of Capricorn. Let's see what we've got for them for this new moon of Cancer. Wow. So for Capricorn, this is definitely, you know, kind of your balancing act. Right now, you're definitely feeling it because, you know, Cancer is your opposite sign. This is really wrapping up an interesting cycle for you because it did contain that full moon in Capricorn that was with us on July the 5th. So a lot of energy that you've been experiencing in a very short amount of time. Absolutely. Oh, Capricorn, check it out. We've got adventure with 55, so that's a doubled up number that adds up to a number 1. So you may be kind of starting something over as this new moon in Cancer energy starts because, you know, there's been a lot of things that for our Capricorns have been feeling like they've been kind of coming to endings because of all that Saturn, you know, being in the last few degrees of Capricorn. But this adventure card, interesting enough, feels a very Sagittarian, where it's sort of like, let's try something new. Let's go somewhere we haven't gone before. You know, even if it's just in our minds, Capricorn, let's try something new. Let's be a little more open-minded to what the future could hold. Because Capricorns, I am, you know, guilty as charged. We are so bad at doing that thing where we just get stuck in a one way of doing it, and it's like we just want to do it that way forever and ever and ever. And so this is saying, Capricorn, you might want to try something new. You might want to do something you haven't done before. Just give it a try. Keep an open mind with that adventure card. So let's see what we've got for the tarot. I think I saw Lana taking off from the chat. See you later, sweetie. Wonderful to have you as always. So let's get in. Let's dig up our tarot. Let's see what we've got coming to the surface. Capricorn, Sun, and Venus are rising, please. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, Capricorn. Okay. got the star card right at the center, Capricorn. Oh my goodness. So this is Aquarius energy very, very strongly. You might be like me. I've got Aquarius rising, or you may have an Aquarius in your life. But the star card, as our buddy Ramla Mike says, it does not come up unless you've been through hellfire to get there. It really doesn't, because this to me shows that you have come to the next level of awareness, of enlightenment, of freedom, of liberation, because that's what this is about. If you have felt really stuck, really chained, really, just really oppressed, Capricorn, in some way, this is really showing that there is freedom of spirit. There's the potential of your dreams to become reality. Absolutely beautiful. And there we've got our King of Cups on top of that. So Capricorn, this could be Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer energy. I mostly feel Cancer energy with the King of Cups is the strongest alignment, just like Queen of Cups is more Scorpio. But this could be any water sign. Overall, if this isn't about a particular water sign, what this says to me is that you have really started to come full circle in your own emotional awareness in your life. I'm just looking, I'm seeing that little fish jumping up in the background, which I really love. Because that's what it's about, taking leadership and taking, kind of, ownership and being responsible for your own emotional state of being, really understanding, what it's about, what love is about, what the emotional center is about, and being very, it's like, even though this is the king, it's like there's a little bit of sternness in the face, right? So like, I gotta be careful with my heart center. The King of Cups is also very healing. I've always said that about the King of Cups, is that it has a very healing vibration to it. And I'd always say that the King of Cups is aligned mostly with the third eye, the heart, and the solar plexus. So Capricorn, if you do any chakra work, those would be good chakras to work with on healing, because you're at a good place to do that. Coming from the immediate past, we have the Hierophant, which is all about that Taurus energy. It's grounded, it's stable. This particular Hierophant card is very cool. It almost looks like the Four of Wands. It really almost has that feeling to it. And to me, it is. It's about spiritual wisdom, spiritual mysteries, right? There's a very, mysterious quality, very veiled, right? And there's also, to me, a lot of commitment, devotion, and committing to yourself, committing to others. If this isn't an emotional way, the Hierophant can definitely pertain to marriage, as well as to marriage with the divine. So it's a very beautiful card of rising to higher spiritual planes. And Seven of Wands, Capricorn, you have fought to get there. Woo! And I'll tell you, be careful to not become too preachy about what you've learned. Because that Seven of Wands can definitely be like, I've got the moral high ground, and the Hierophant's like, I got the spiritual wisdom. You can't even tell me what to do. I know. Which one, Amber? Which deck are you looking at that you like? I'll wait for her answer. Kind of see which one she's looking at. Is it the little one, the little guy, or the big guy? Oh, the Ciro Marchetti. Yeah, this is the Tarot Grand Lux. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I love the artwork on it, I gotta say. I'm crazy about it. I remember when I first found that, I sat down with Nutri, I was like, look at the new tarot deck I got. Yeah. Yeah, this one I'm using is the main one. That's the Tarot Grand Lux, and the little guy that I'm using to clarify is the Modern Witch Tarot. Yeah, and I love them both. They're both so cool. So going into the future, Capricorn, you got the Knight of Swords coming in. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, and it could be an air sign coming in, especially since you already got the star. Could definitely be an Aquarius, possibly. But this is a nervous energy. It can be, because that Knight of Swords, it comes in fast and furious with lots of ideas, lots of thoughts, lots of information, lots of communication. But Like Mike would say, they come in nervous as a cat on a hot tin roof sometimes. They got all kinds of things they got to say to you, Capricorn. So you might be a little bit overwhelmed by it at first. Just keep that in mind. But the Ace of Wands. Oh, Capricorn. Somebody wants a passionate beginning with a Capricorn. With the Ace of Wands coming through. Absolutely. This is fire. So this person could have some fire in their chart. They could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We are coming into Leo time. Hot time in the city. It's summer and they want the Capricorn. Absolutely. So yeah, check that out. Could be an air sign or fire sign. Yeah, I know, Jacqueline, right? But definitely somebody's coming in and they're nervous. They're like, will I be able to say the right thing, do the right thing to catch that Capricorn? Because I want a passionate life, a really positive, passionate beginning with them, that's clear and defined and real and bold. Oh my goodness. Wow. All right, so on the underside, we do have the High Priestess. Oh my gosh. So Capricorn, we're lining up that Hierophant, the High Priest with the High Priestess. There she is. So, you know, you're trying to make decisions from a very spiritual, grounded, stable, mature place. You're not putting all your cards out there on the table. Not at all. You're, ooh! Okay, High Priestess on the bottom of this one too. Yeah. So Capricorn, this is very true. You're very in line with the lunar energies too. This new moon in Cancer is very powerful for you for that. I would say again, you know, with something like this, use your intuition. Use your intuition because you've got the High Priest, the High Priestess twice. Um, it's definitely coming up for you. Use your intuition about this person coming in, or persons. There could be more than one. There could be more than one. I'm feeling very distinctly there's either someone that's more intellectual and more of a thinker, does, you know, that it's more of that air energy, and then there's also that fire energy that's much more passionate and bold. So there could be two. And you might be kind of nervous about it. You know, that Knight of Swords can not only be their nervousness, you might be kind of nervous about it, Capricorn, because you're like, I don't know if I want to start up with this. I gotta learn more about this person. Listen to your heart, listen to your spirit, listen to your soul. You know, what does your spirit resonate with, Capricorn? Uh-huh. And look at that. Oh, just like I said, meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. Even though we're in the new moon in Cancer, this is the card that came up, and it's a very similar energy, guys. New intuitive rebirth. And Cancer is the flip side of you, Capricorn. So you're seeing some things about your interior soul. Your intuition is shining right now. You're really able to see both sides of yourself on a big level. Woo! Very nice reading for us goaties. Get out there and have some adventures. Woohoo! All right, let's clear the decks. Let's get ready for Aquarius, the age of Aquarius. Aquarius. Very nice. Very nice. All right. So Aquarius, let's see what we have for you. Sun, Moon, Venus, rising. All of our folks out there. My rising sign's Aquarius. My dad was Aquarius. Aquarius is such a beautiful sign. It is the sign that rules astrology. People that have Aquarian influence are very, very good with astrology in general. It's an interesting thing, but true. All right. Angel spirits, guides, guardians, ancestors, be with our Aquarians as well. Just watch over them. Ooh, got that. Financial discipline. Ooh, Aquarius, you've been spending money? Do you want to save money? Do you want to save for something good? There it is. Okay, so financial discipline comes up. Absolutely. It's time to think about your money, think about what you're doing with it, think about where you want to spend it, where it's best used, all of that kind of good stuff. Um, Interesting always to me because Venus always feels like a planet of how people spend their money. It's very true. Um, and I would say, towards the end of the year, as Saturn comes closer to Aquarius, that kind of thing will be more important for you for sure. Um, but having a little discipline now could pay off a lot later. So that's a very positive thing to be aware of. So let's get some tarot on this for you, Aquarius. And this new moon energy, of course, in Cancer, right? This is all about rebuilding. And I like that the numbers 4 and 8 on that because 4 is the house and the home. 8 is that infinity and it's the strength card. So it's about manifestation and being in the flow of spirit. So, very, very nice. And this is the next 2 weeks are a great time to really work on any kind of manifesting goals, any kind of career stuff, anything where you're, looking to build abundance. Absolutely, Aquarius. All right. So, Aquarius, you are looking for balance. You're looking for justice. You're looking for harmony. There's our justice card right in the center coming up. Libra energy. So many times, like I say, if there's justice, sometimes there's been injustice, sometimes there's been disharmony. So now it's time to bring things back into alignment. I'm gonna just close this blind right now because that sun is really shining off of the cards. It's still kind of doing it because it's just really bright there. Sorry, guys. Um, but yeah, that's what this is about for you. So you might be really focused on balancing something that hasn't been in balance for a while, Aquarius. So let's get a clarifier on that card for you. Yes, and it is about some kind of heartache, some kind of heartbreak, disappointment, loss, or grief. But the thing to remember, Aquarius, always with this Five of Cups is that those 2 cups are still standing, those 2 cups of connection. So if this is about reconciling a relationship or a situation, it can be very possible because this really says to me, it's like both parties kind of want this balance here. You're not alone in this heartache. There's been mutual heartache, some kind of thing that's just been really tough. And the big thing, the big challenge, we've got that 9 of Wands in this immediate past. There's been some conflict, there's been battles, there's been fights, there's just been a really tough time for you. You may feel very tired, you may feel very fatigued, you really don't want to fight anymore. You're like, let's just, I don't want to keep being in this defensive position. Um, and that's why you're coming out of that into the justice mode because it's like you've been feeling defensive or embattled for a really long time. Very burdened. That 9 of Wands is a very burdensome feeling where it's like you just really want to just, get those burdens off of your back. You want to feel that lightness in your spirit again. Yeah, and look at that because a lot of this, like there's that hanged man position, right? So this is a lot of what this has to do with is there has been something that's just hanging over you where it's like one thing hasn't completely ended, one thing hasn't completely begun. There's an element of sacrifice and of letting things go, usually around the pride, usually around the ego, because this is Neptune ruled. And especially with that 9 of Wands, this can be that defensive energy, whether you've had that or your partner has had that or the situation has been that way, where it's like, both people or, one or the other is like, no, I'm right, no, I'm right. Or there's just there's a conflicting energy that you really want to step out of. So going into the future looks pretty good, actually. I mean, this is a slow but sure energy. But that 7 of Pentacles is about there being, something to work with, something to grow from. So my feeling is, with this new moon energy coming up, it's like you're really looking for that balance. You're looking to move past this heartache, and you're really looking to build some stability underneath you again. And if you have suffered some kind of financial loss here, Aquarius, that's coming up there too with that 7 of Coins. Yeah, Seven of Swords, but it's very important that you and the person involved are open, honest, and completely above board. Very important because we've got Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. There's old sneaky, so don't be, you know, clear about what you want and be very clear about what they want. That's the only way to go forward is with complete truthfulness, honesty, and transparency. Absolutely. It's always the best way, yes, because Five of Swords is on the bottom here, so there's definitely been something going on where you're like, should I stand up and fight for this or should I walk away? Yep, Seven of Wands. There's been some real defensiveness here, some real feeling of like, being on the moral higher ground. You or the other person, there could be a mutual energy there going on between that. But overall, I do feel you want some kind of justice, some kind of balance. It might be a little tough getting to it. And yes, yet again, you've got to be completely clear about what you want. You got to get honest and make sure that they are as well, Aquarius. Wow. Okay. So let's get into a Moonology card for you. Let's see what comes up in alignment with this new moon. That's what it said. Communication is absolutely key. Check it out. New moon in Gemini energy. So there we are. It's all about talking it out, Aquarius. Making sure that things are really above board because, Seven of Swords isn't just somebody being deceptive or sneaky. It's also just not being honest with ourselves about what it is that we really want. We're kind of like, oh, I should have said the whole truth instead of part the truth. It's better to just say what you really want. Better to encourage others to get in touch with what they really want too. This is about talking it out, Aquarius. Talking it out and really working through some things. All right, so let's clear the energy just a little bit with our sage. We're going into our very last sign. And happy new moon to everyone. It just started. It just came full circle at 1:33 p.m. So as we were reading, I think somewhere between Capricorn and Aquarius, we did come into that energy. So welcome to it. Welcome to this new moon particular cycle. Looking forward to it. And thank you so much, everyone, for being here. It's always wonderful to have you around. So let's see what we've got for our fishy friends out there. I love the Pisces energy. I have a lot of that in my own chart. Oh, love my Pisces. And I think I saw my friend Cheryl sneak into the chat. So good to see you here too, sweetie. I'm glad she's around. She's one of my Gemini friends. All right, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Venus, rising spirit. Let's get a little energy for them from all of their guardians, guides, ancestors, loved ones, protective spirits. Be with our Pisces. Protect their spirit, protect their heart. We know Pisces have a very soft heart out there. Wow, Pisces, the number 44. Environment is your key word for this new moon. So I like this for you because I would say that of all the zodiac, Pisces and Virgo are my most sensitive signs, and Pisces, you are the most sensitive emotionally and spiritually. So your environment's very important. Pay attention to the kind of people that are around you, the kind of energy that you're in. If you feel the need to cleanse your space regularly, like burning the sage, spraying some sage, doing some sound therapy, whatever it is, playing good music in your environment. That's really good for clearing energy too. Taking a sea salt bath, whatever it is that makes your environment feel peaceful and nurturing and protective of your energy. That is super, super important. You may also, as well be called to do work in the environment, do, things that help protect the earth. Yeah, Jacqueline, she says burn stuff. I'm always about burning stuff. I hear you. But the number 44, it's like Cancer is the fourth sign. Interesting. Sun and Moon both in Cancer, the fourth sign. So you got the 4 and the 4 adds up to an 8, which is about strength, the infinity loop. I love that. So very, very nice card. of affirmation for you for this new moon in Cancer, Pisces. And this is beautiful energy for you because it's a fellow water sign. You're definitely going to feel that. Yeah, that would be resonating in your fifth house. That's your Leo house. So it really does resonate with your heart. It's very important the kind of people that you spend time with, that you talk to, because it really does a number on your heart. So, Pisces, whenever you're around somebody and after you've been with them, think about how you feel. If you feel really good, if you feel like uplifted, that's a positive sign. And if you feel drained, if you feel really kind of depressed or angry, that's a sign too. So just pay attention to your feelings. Your intuition won't steer you wrong if you just pay attention to it. Oh, yes. Wow. Okay, Pisces. So right here in the middle, we do have the Fool card. So to me, that is a card of new beginnings. It's a little bit of Aries. It's a little bit of Aquarius. It's that feeling of like, take the leap of faith, try something new, embracing innocence, right? Embracing that fresh new perspective. What somebody in the world, a clarifier on top of that. I will also point out, that this new moon is in harmony with Neptune right now, and Neptune is in your sign, Pisces. So this is very spiritually rooted and grounded as well. And yes, look at that, because I think there have been some tower moments leading up to now, very much Pisces. There's definitely been some things that have been big, big changes. To me, the tower is always the hand of the divine. It is always spirit intervening to say there's something that needs to change, something that needs to go that's not for your best and your highest. And so this might be really what precipitates that leap of faith where you say, wow, all the old structures have come down, all the old expectations, and now I'm really ready to step into something new. Here in the past position, we do have the Eight of Swords, so this really shows you've had a lot of anxiety, you've had a lot of worries. Some of it's very self-inflicted, it's like there might be people that have really been, contributing to that, but it's like there is a part of it as well that, you're able to cut yourself free if you decide to. But it's really a decision that you've had to make. But honestly, Pisces, I feel that this decision has kind of started to be made, or you're about to make it. It's like that tower energy is no joke. It is definitely about, big old structures and things that have not been for your best, coming down. Yes, because you're making a choice towards greater love. Look at that Ace of Cups. And it also could be that you've had a lot of anxiety about love or about a connection that you felt was very soul connected. So to me, this is really the choice to say, if something's truly meant to be, if something's really going to happen and come together, then I don't need to be in anxiety. I don't need to stay in this worried place. And that's partly why you've come into this Fool energy now, where it's like, you know what, c'est la vie. I'm going to jump. I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to let Spirit handle it. Spirit can take away what's not meant to be mine. It's really okay. And then going into the future, there will be some decisions that you may need to make, Pisces, with this Two of Swords. This is Libra energy. So, it's really that heart chakra space, and it's really being able to see clearly and making a decision. You may not feel like making it right now because your heart chakra is still kind of sensitive and kind of guarded. But definitely something's going to come up where it's like, I got to make a choice. Could be a choice between potential relationships. It could be a choice of, where to go next. But it's coming from a heart and a mind space. Absolutely. Yes, and to me, it's a choice about your freedom. Look at that with the Devil card, Capricorn energy there. So Pisces, to me, wow. I mean, this is like bondage, on the on the more negative side. It's like being oppressed, being chained to some old routine that's really not working for you. And so you got to make that choice. It's a little bit tough for you, Pisces. I mean, this is a beautiful energy that we're coming through with here, but it's really spurring you to make some big, powerful decisions. Whether or not to stay stuck to something or someone that just isn't treating you right. I feel that with some of this. Or in a job that's not giving you what you need. Um, there's some big foundational changes that you're probably going to be getting ready to make. Look at that King of Wands on the underside. So really stepping into some fiery, bold leadership kind of power there. Ooh, and we have our little magician here. So coming up there, Pisces, I think you're going to be making some very big choices about how you recreate your own life, because there's some big stuff. Some of it's pretty challenging, not going to lie here. Never sugarcoat it, you know that. But I really think that this is about, ultimately, it's setting yourself free, and the right people will stay with you no matter what, right? But pay attention to how you feel. Pay attention to your intuitions, your dreams, and what you're getting in each situation and from each relationship as you go forward, especially this next couple of weeks. Very, very strongly favored. All right, so let's get a Moonology card for you, Pisces. I like this. Oh, and my Scorpios are going to like this too out there. So check it out. Pisces, your Moonology card is work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio, brand new energy. I love that because the new moon in Cancer resonates very strongly with the new moon energy in Scorpio. So don't be afraid of the dark, Pisces. Don't be afraid of, uncovering all that, because there's a lot of healing in that. Look at that glowing scorpion. It reminds me of my desert scorpion story that I told earlier to the Scorpios. It really does. Looks like that blue glowing scorpion in the desert. It truly does. But that's our symbol of transformation. So Pisces, don't be afraid to work through what you're going through, because you've got this Two of Swords and that Eight of Swords. I really feel like a lot of this is the mental. It's the mental energy. And even if there's not somebody or something sticking you in a bad spot, you might be sticking yourself in a bad spot. So don't go there. It's time to free yourself. Clear and cleanse and detox your environment, and then see how you feel. That will be very, very nice for you. All right, guys. Oh, this has been so wonderful as always. I wish a very happy new moon to everyone out there. As always, all of my info is below. Please do like, subscribe, and share with your friends, and let them know about these live readings. And as always, if you're interested in a reading with me, the card decks that I use, or would like to make a donation to the channel, I will be posting all that information below in the description box, and also that information is always posted on all my other videos on my channel. So thank you so much yet again for hanging out with me and Mr. Dragon. Thank you so much to my amazing Scorpio moderator, Jacqueline, and her buddies. Oh, hey, Lindsay. Yeah, we were just wrapping up, actually, sweetheart. We started a couple hours ago, but definitely check it out, because it'll all be posted up. It'll all be there for you. And I hope that you just have an absolutely wonderful new moon, that this starts off a 2-week cycle coming up, and that everyone will just enjoy the heck out of it. I plan to do as much as I can the next couple weeks. So Lindsay, yes, so glad to see you, and we will be having all kinds of fun stuff coming up as we head into Leo season, absolutely. And I will be getting August monthly readings up as well very soon. I've been working on those. So those have been pretty awesome as well, I've got to say already. I'm like, whoa, guys, okay. I don't think August will be quite as crazy as July has been. July has been, it's been a month. It really has, guys. There's been so much motion and so much planetary action happening. So I really think that, yeah. I think August, there's still stuff going on, but it's a different sort of energy, very much so. So I hope you guys take care. Have a great rest of your day or evening, and Oh, I look forward to seeing y'all again so much. I love you guys. Y'all are the best. I feel so blessed and so grateful to have you all here. Um, as always, peace, love and light, and dragon luck.